Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Melissa.
And we have here the esteemed Eric Lang from CMON.
Hello.
We appreciate you being here.
Oh, my
and
pleasure.
Spending some time talking about what's here at CMON Expo and what's coming soon from CMON Games. So we appreciate what we have in front of us. This looks really interesting. We were part of the panel this morning about, make sure I say this right, Trudvang.
Trudvang, it's a hard name. Internally, like we try to out-Norse each other, so like I call it Trudvang Legends, right? Because I'm like part Viking.
So, like I said, today you talked about Trudvang Legends.
Trudvang Legends.
Tell us a little bit about this, and maybe we'll dig in. Is there actually stuff in that box too? Yeah. Oh, good. So tell us a little bit about this game, and then we'll dig in.
Okay. So Trudvang Legends it's based on a very successful RPG by Riot Minds called Trudvang.
Okay.
Which is based loosely off Norse mythology, right? Norse mythology gets you in the door, but it's actually this really deeply, fully realized world of their own. I don't actually want to spoil too much, because if you're into role-playing games at all, especially like character-driven, very personal, mythological stories, I highly recommend you play the RPG. It's cool.
Okay.
This game is based on the world, but it is a brand new story in that world. So you don't have to be familiar with the RPG, and maybe by playing this will get you into that. But it is the same world.
Okay.
So Riot Minds graciously gave us permission to tell this brand new, really epic mythological tale in the world, and that's what this game is. So this is it. It's a narrative-driven game for 1 to 4 players. So I'm not going to give you too many spoilers.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk, or any spoilers, to be frank. But I'm not going to. It's a very different game for CMON, right? For CMON. It's a story-driven game. It's a narrative game that you with a big storybook in it. In fact, I'm going to pause for a minute.
Yeah, let's
and
do it.
give you 1,000 words.
Here, I'll pull that over here.
Yeah, you do that. All right.
That way you have more room, and they don't need to see me. They want to see you anyway.
That's cool. Well, you know what? I can see on camera what we got here. So all right. Look at
And we'll do some close-ups later.
No problem. This is paper. Look at this. It's a storybook.
Okay.
All right. Now, let me be clear, 100%. Like, I got to do the corporate thing, right? The following is a prototype. This is a work in progress. I have all components subject to change. Yada yada. That's out of the way. So this is a board. Now, of course, this is not even pre-production stamp board. It's a board. It's got nice graphics on it, but it is, of course, subject to change. However, let's do this. Roar. This is a board. This is the world of Trudvang. Now, we call this game heroic mythic stories in a living world. Now, what does that mean? You are going to play through this really, really cool story, and what we have here is actually a prequel to that. This is actually a special product that we made specifically for a Kickstarter and for you guys, for media, just to give you a taste of the game with an actual story attached, but it's not going to be part of the core box. It's actually a prequel to the story that's going to be in the core box.
Okay.
So we're going to go through it and show you a bunch of cool stuff without any spoilers.
Wow.
That is very thoughtful for you all to do that for people watching, so they can get a taste.
You can get a taste of the right. Well, so the weird thing is, like, this game is mechanically rich, but so much of the game is the story that we have to tell you some story to get you into it.
Okay.
Right? So, this is a. So when I'm talking about a living world, what does that mean? So you guys are going to be playing. You'll open the storybook and you'll choose a story that you get to play through. And the object of every story is to get a heroic ending. This is very much a heroic game. It's a cooperative game. You guys are always, I call it a paladin the RPG, right? You guys are you are trying to do the right thing. You always want to do the right thing. Your motivations are pure. You want to save the world, right? A world once harmonious and in, I'm gonna hide that.
Don't see anything.
Yeah, even
The
some.
good news is it's off camera, so they can't see you even reaching in. They don't even know what you're reaching into.
That's great. I'm reaching into a box. Spoiler alert.
He's reaching into a black hole, an infinity.
An infinity gauntlet, if you will. So, right. So, like, there's some people.
So, are these player characters that we're
Those
looking
are,
at?
yeah, those are heroes. Like, there's a monster. It's a Draugr.
Okay.
Drogon. Loving that. Messing it up on the accent.
This looks like Thor after he's.
Spoilers.
Oh,
No.
sorry. I had no spoilers in this video. Sorry.
So this is Valerian.
Okay.
This is my favorite miniature we've ever made. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I love that belly. It's just he is a bard, and he's named after one of the designers of the game. There are 5 of us on this game.
Is that because of just the epicness and the
It's
everything?
a massive
Okay.
game, massive game with massive amounts of content. So there's 30 stories in this game, 30 full stories that all are interconnected in a very specific way, and every story can end in such a way that leading to different sets of stories based on the choices that you make, and you cannot possibly get through all the content in one campaign playthrough.
Gotcha.
That required a lot of people.
So it adds to the replayability with all that variability.
Absolutely,
Gotcha.
right. So we wanted to make this game that's highly narrative, and has a really cool beginning, middle, and end, but that you can come back and replay again. Yeah. So let's look at all these files. They're so cool. And in fact, I'm actually setting up the game the way that the demo would be set up.
Let's do it.
Crazy, right? Except I'm finding all the wrong. There we go. There's a non-spoiler piece of plastic.
And these are monsters, you said, right?
These are Drougr. We are.
They look skeleton.
They are undeadish. Yeah.
Undeadish. Okay.
I'm actually so. I got these miniature the plastic versions of these for the first time in the correct color. So I'm just like,
Let me just.
these are
look at
really
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So through playtesting, we played with a lot of proxies. So anyway, so you are trying to save the world in some very specific way, right? Now, I'm not going to talk too much of a story, but your characters, your characters. Here you have the character sheet, right? Your character's staff.
Rusty staff.
You do, and you
okay.
you have a broken power, right? And you have a skill. You have holy light and light's blessing the skill. You know what? I haven't shown this character to anybody yet, right? I know. All right, so and this is the wrong token, but I'm just gonna put there anyways. She has 9 health. And this character is also going to come with a bag of runes. She has her own runes because, of course, it's a Norse game. What else would you have but a bag of runes? So this bag is populated by a very specific set of runes in 4 elements: wind, air, fire, and earth, and demonic runes as well. And they have a particular set of stats and their own items. So that's that. So there you are.
10-sided die?
10-sided? No,
Oh.
sir.
Oh.
Bag of runes.
Bag of runes,
Bags of
not-
runes.
not a die.
I got you.
There is no die in sight, in fact.
No dying here.
No die in sight. Alright.
Wow, we are punny today. So,
My wife's a writer, so.
So you let me know if you can appreciate the writing. Oh, I'm going to tell you a story about the writing. Remind me to.
Okay.
So you guys are going to go through a story, and you're going to read through the storybook, and it's going to give you some wonderful flavor text here, right? Tell you a bit about the background of the world. Reader's Digest version, right? A world once in harmony with magic, nature, gods, people, is starting to come into disharmony, little pieces at a time. You guys awaken from a dream and you end up here. I actually told you the long version. With a mark on your arm, like what's going on. You meet a seer who starts telling you a story. Now, the writing in this is very important, right? I played a lot of these type of games. I'm an RPGer by background, right? There's something we wanted very importantly here, that we want to make sure that reading this text is not a chore. This is not a game like I'm going to read a bunch of text here and then play a board game. The text in this is loaded with foreshadowing, with red herrings, with clues, with hints.
Okay.
And this is designed in such a way, like so the story is written by Eric Kelly, but when we were plotting the game, we made sure like we have hooks in here. Writer must put in a hook here,
Okay.
foreshadowing here. Red
So it's
herring
not
here.
just flavored text mixed with move actions or things like
Right.
that. It's
If you-
interweaved.
Well, if you like, you can choose not to read this, but if every story unfolds over
That's
time,
cool.
and you make your choices in the dark. If you read the text, which is layered enough and complex enough that you guys can argue about it, but reading this will give you real hints
Okay.
about what to go through. And actually, when you make mistakes farther along in the game and you start getting some catastrophic endings, you can often flip back in the story and go like, "Oh, they foreshadowed that here."
We didn't listen. We didn't understand.
You didn't understand, and don't worry. Like I can tell you this, but you're still not going to get it. Just our writing team is very clever. So now, you're going through a story. I'm explaining to this the long way. Those kind of weaving a tale
Yeah,
to bring
that's
you into
good.
the tale, right?
Yeah.
You're getting the deep dive here. So you have your character, and you're going to be doing stuff. Let me type this here. This game does not care for your table space. I mean, this game is epic in every sense of the word. There's a second board there, a sideboard, which also has some pockets.
Yes.
Right. So the very turn sequence of the game starts with these two cards. There's two phases to every turn. You're going to walk through those. That can change over the course of the campaign. The board is full of pockets too, which are going to change based on actions that you take permanently over the course of time until they are forgotten or erased and replaced with something else.
Okay.
Creating a really cool save state. So when you run through a story, you have your immediate goals, you things that you got to get done, but the consequences of previous stories that you played are going to play out on the board and are going to change the board agnostically. So while you're doing your own story, you got to deal with the consequences of stuff you've done in the past, and that is going to it's going to make every game you play very, very different, right? You are on a linear path through a story, but you cannot ignore everything else that's going on. Now, you want to dive right in, make like you know most of the game at this point, but let's just play.
Okay. Yeah.
Is
Let's
that
do
cool?
it.
All right. After reading through the story, you're gonna you'll meet a seer who will tell you a grim tiding and then die suddenly. And it's gonna there's two points of interest on the map right away. You can either explore her hut to look for a hammer that she says you've got to find, or you can run over here to the Coven of Seers, who might be able to explain the brand on her arm that you now suddenly have on yours. You guys are going to make some choices. So the first thing you do every turn is you guys are going to decide where you want to be. You either stay in your space, or you can travel up to. You can cross one border, exactly one border. So let's say like Valerian's like bye bye. I'm going to go over here. You can go together or not. For everybody that moves, you're going to draw a travel card. Travel card is going to affect the world, and this is a deck that's going to build over the course of the campaign, change, evolve, etc. That's going to move cool stuff around based on the choices that you made. After that, you guys are going to discover what's on the map. So every one of these interest points is going to
Travel and then discover.
then discover. That's right. You guys are going to discover your interest points. So each card, like I said, I jumped ahead a bit, but each card is associated specifically with a card. Now there are there are story cards, right? And they're all numbered, right? And there are over 200 of these. So there's a ton of these going on. So A will tell you in the storybook, right? Will tell you that to put out story card number 1, and I actually have a board here. I just don't want to straight. But for points of interest, you can put the card up here to associate it with, so you know which card you're going for, right? So I'm going to stand back a little bit, not spoil that too much. So let's say you go over here and you explore a thing, something's going to happen. Okay, you can go over here, explore something else is going to happen. Fast forward a little bit. Monsters are going to come. They always want to come to you. So, do this in RPG. What do you want to do?
Kill the monsters.
Right. All right. I'm going to give you your specially curated bag of runes. Let's fight. You're on your own. You could fight together if you want, but let's have you be on your own. So, every round. So the combats are going to go until either you are dead, until the monsters are dead, or until you are out of the combat. One of those three must happen. And if there are special rules surrounding the combat, they'll be actually like that with special consequences, or they'll be on the story card. In a normal combat, you are fighting them. You want to retreat? You want to try to retreat, or do you want to fight?
Oh, let's fight.
Look how healthy you are. You're going to fight with your 9 health there, soon to be less. So, fighting is you are going to get to pull runes from your bag in order to activate your attacks. You're basically attempting to try to get rid of these. You're going to pull runes one at a time, and you must assign every rune that you put out. So let's give it a shot here. You pulled a demon rune.
That doesn't sound good.
Demon rune is an automatic failure, so you're going to put in the first available fail space. That's just the sign.
circle.
Yep, there are 3 fail spaces. Nothing happens yet. Nothing's actually going to resolve until either you decide to stop, until you stop pulling runes, or until you've gotten 3 fail spaces, in which case all your successes are nullified, and you're going to do only your 3 fails.
All right, we're going to go again.
Yeah, you bet you are.
We're going to go again. That was just a false start.
Pull better, please. All right. So that is an earth rune, a green earth rune. Now you must assign this to any ability that you can. So you cannot put it here in the wind rune. So you can put it here. It does holy light. What that does, if you get 2 of them, you get to do 1 damage or plus 1 against Draugr. That's 2 damage against Draugr. They have 2 hit points. You get 2 shots at that attack. And of course you have Light's Blessing, which now this only works with the blue wind runes.
Okay.
So you can put it there. That's the only place you can put it.
Sounds like a good spot to put it.
Let's try again.
Oh.
Oh, all right. So that's the second failure. Now you haven't. That's going to activate the this rune, the key, as I call it, failure rune on the monster, which they have one, which is an extra damage.
Okay.
So. Now you can see the makeup of your bag. You only have 4 more. You only have 2 more dark runes, but you have a bunch of other runes, and almost everything else you get is good. What are you gonna do?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's hope
Pull
that
well.
I'm not cursed.
Pull well, please.
Okay, I am cursed.
You are cursed. That's Trudvang, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. That's fine. But let's walk you through what happened. So. 3 it happens, right? It's a dramatic game. So you failed. All your successes are gone. So you are no matter what, you're not going to deal any damage, but you're going to suffer 1 damage right off the bat. So please take 1 health. Now, after you finished attacking, you put your runes back in the bag. After you finish attacking, the monsters are going to pool together all damage that they do. Draugrs do 2 damage each. And they're going to deal that to your entire party. Unfortunately, which is only you. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah, if he was with me, it would be just like, go after him instead.
Well, you guys get to decide how to split the damage, right? So now you got to decide. So this is not the easiest game in the world, I'm telling you. But you're learning a great lesson. Right? So
I'm cursed.
Now you must do another round because it's got to keep going until you are dead, they are dead, or you are out. So do you want to retreat or do you want to keep fighting?
And dead, like basically.
Dead,
ends
that is the end of your session,
story,
and you get a bad ending. Are you ready for a bad ending? You're not ready for a bad ending.
No, I'm not ready
for
a
bad
ending.
Go ahead, fight. You got this. You got this. I'm giving you bad advice because
I can't be cursed again, right? I mean,
exactly
what's
right.
the chances? Okay.
Pull it out. You got this. Wind. All right, so now, wind can go either here for Light's Blessing, which is any player heal 1. That's pretty good. Or this Holy Light will take anything. So you got to choose.
All right, I'm going to be selfish and put it on the healing.
Okay.
And hope that I pull some other colors.
Remember, you can stop whenever you want. You got an earth one. So the only place you can possibly put that is on Holy Light. It's pretty good.
All right, nothing bad so far.
No, you're good.
Gonna keep going. Pressing the luck. Charging in there. Oh,
dark rune.
Okay.
You got this. You got this.
One more
Now-
blue for healing. One of anything for damage.
Now here's the more interesting part. Once you these will take any rune, right? That's that's their rune sync. But once you've used all of those, you'll notice that you only have slots for wind or for water. No, this is water. Sorry, water or wind. If you draw a fire rune that you can't assign here, that's a failure.
Ooh. Okay.
Earth, you got it. So
You can do something.
Now that's 2 damage against a Draugr. That'll kill a Draugr.
That sounds like a good deal.
Now that's only if you stop.
But if I stop.
Only if you stop.
Okay. If I stop, I kill one. I don't heal.
And then the second one's going to attack. No, you will. Oh, you don't heal. That's right.
Because I'm guessing I need both.
You do need both. What you going to do?
And they do 2 damage to me.
Each. What are you going to do? I know. It's
Really
Trudvang,
lucky.
kids.
Yes. Deep choices.
You going to do it? Yeah, you got this.
I just listen to bad advice all the time. That's what
That's
we're
what I'm
learning
here for. I am not
A
the
little
angels.
bit Eric whispering in the ear. Yeah.
I'm not the angels of your better nature. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Bad.
All right. All right.
All So, if
you quit,
If I quit, are they still going to attack me?
well, one won't because you'll kill it. Mm-hmm. You'll take 2. You'll survive. Well, you'll take 3 actually. You'll survive. Barely.
Hanging on by a thread
It's up to
here.
you.
So, if
you push,
but if I
if you
push,
push and
these
grab
go
one-
away.
If you you will get nothing and then you will die the death. Welcome to Trudvang.
All right. Since my luck has been so poor, I think I'm going to stop.
Sounds like a good choice.
I'm going to stop there.
All right, you're going to stop. So you're going to execute this. So the Draugrs will deal 1 health to you. And then you're going to do 2. You kill a Draugr. It's gone. And then you put all your things back. Now you got to decide again. Oh, the remaining Draugr, 2 damage. You have 1 life.
So
It's a tough game, kids.
So there's a runaway option?
There is. Now, instead of attacking, what would happen is you would make a test of agility. You draw. Whenever you make a test of a stat, all characters have 4 stats. You will draw 5 runes, no matter what the test is, and whatever the success rune is. So in this case, it would be wind. That is a success. The number of monsters there is your difficulty. So if you draw 1 wind out of 5, right, and you can calculate your odds, you succeed, and then you get to cross 1 border to get the heck away from them. But you do that instead of attacking. If you fail to retreat, the Draugr is going to kill you.
Okay. So if I fail to retreat, I die. If I attack and don't kill it, I die. Okay.
What you going to do? You're going to attack.
Go for it. Go out in a blaze of glory.
Angels of their better nature.
Okay. So I just need to not draw 2 demons,
You
basically.
need 3.
Well, with that one, would it kill me first?
That's true. Well, then you would need to be able to, or you can draw a demon and be able to heal.
Okay.
Now, remember.
Okay, so once again, curse.
Please do. This is the simple version of the game, by the way. Like this is this is what you're getting like right out of the box.
So if I stop now, what happens?
You're gonna die.
All right, so I have to keep going.
I
So
see.
basically, I foolishly ran into battle, and now I'm,
Yes.
I
Now,
dug my grave.
Luckily, I threw you into this battle but just to show you how dangerous the game is. In the
Because you would
future,
never do that on.
All right. Maybe I spiked your draw. We'll find out.
Okay, that is the wind. Is that?
That's correct. That's right. Yeah, of course these are prototype runes. So that
Do this. Okay, that one needs to go there. It's green.
oh, you got this. You got this.
Good. There's only 2 of the really bad ones left, and
That's
lots
right.
of the other ones. So my hands can find those, right?
All right. So one Draugr is dead.
All right, but does he hit me first?
He does not, in fact. But you're going to die to the secondary dark rune. Life's just hard.
Yeah.
Life's hard.
So I have a ton of killing. I just
double
don't
dead.
have healing.
Yep.
I only have 2
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
healing runes in my bag.
Yep. And now you're literally playing a 50-50 game.
Because if I don't heal, I will die.
Yep.
Do I take him with me, or does he just kill me first?
You actually will kill him first, but you're going to suffer the effect of the dark rune. I know. It's a hard life.
Yes, it is a very,
Death
very
to
hard life.
you. Welcome to Trudvang. So you die, right? So this is a great example to show that combat is tough, right? Now you are a dim walker, right, which is essentially their version of a cleric, right? So that you are specialized in healing, you are a bit of a support role, and you are a starting character, right? You're not super powerful, and monsters are tough. So this illustrates very well that the world is dangerous, and this is a story-based game. Combat is rich, involved, and like even in the simplest version has cool decisions to make. It's going to get more complex, but it's not always the right answer, right? You guys need to do some non-combat stuff in order to survive stories. So that's
Bring a friend with you.
sometimes. I mean, you can usually often see it on the board, right? And of course, if you read the stories, you'll have a general idea of what the hidden components of the game will give you, right? Unless we're lying to you. So those are the basics of Trudvang, right? Those are the basic mechanics. You now know all the rules of the game. Everything else, story and story reveals, extra mechanics, and crazy stuff that will get revealed from time to time.
And hopefully this isn't too spoilery, but I'm guessing that you can upgrade your character and possibly change what's in the rune bag or add to it and get better cards.
Yes. So we didn't have those ready and we yet because this aspect of the game is still deep in development. We were not able to get them ready in time for these videos. That's okay. We'll have them ready. Not perfect, but the idea is, yes, every character, so the game's called Trudvang Legends. While you're doing the story, you're also on your own legendary path. And as the end of the game, you're going to get experience, which will allow you to get new cards to advance along your path. And the more cards you get, the more advancement cards you get, you actually have a chance of achieving legendary status. Every character has their own legendary card, which actually makes them a part of the story forever. They retire, they become a legend, and they affect their entire bloodline and give a cool advantage to all their future kin. So even while you're playing the story, you can become a legend and make all of your progeny more powerful. So that's a part of yes, there's a really cool story going on, but you get to do the selfish thing and just get awesome. Right, that's a big part of it, and you need to get awesome in order to face some of the challenges that are coming at you. The plot is full of twists and turns. I'm not going to spoil any of that. The story is cool, if I do say so myself. I wasn't the writer, but the design team did plot it. We're excited about this. We're very proud of it. It is easily the most epic undertaking we've ever taken.
We have a dragon here.
Yeah, he's called the Loki Worm. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's there right from the beginning. Now, of course, you are going to learn in the story. You're going to learn more about him and hopefully how to defeat him and stop him from actually triggering Ragnarok. Spoiler alert, it's hard. There are also Draugr that are coming after you. There are more different monsters in the box. You'll meet NPCs. You'll meet different emissaries of different races. And I'll show you one last cool thing because it's a slight spoiler from this, but you'll even get to make choices. That, based on what you do, actually will let you permanently affect the board. I discover a fountain, an ancient fountain here in Dronveld. Now this space is permanently a healing space until something else happens to it and that is replaced. But these are designed in such a way that the map is going to fill up with these cool spaces, and there's always going to be based on the consequences of your choices, right? What you do, what you don't do. So some of these places will be good, some of them will not be so good.
Eric, thank you for walking us through this, I guess, sort of like demo scenario.
Yep.
Like you said, prequel to the game Trudvang.
But it does contain the full rules.
Yes. So tell us, this is CMON's next Kickstarter?
Yep, we did. We announced that on the Bloodborne Kickstarter. It's our next one. I can't tell you when. It will come when we are ready.
Okay.
We have a very good idea of when it is, but we don't ever announce until we're 100% all ducks in a row.
So look for Trudvang coming to Kickstarter from CMON very soon.